Good evening and good afternoon. This is the podcast with me and Brian and Juan. And our guest star, Emmanuel.
The Notorious.
Alright, so me and Brian watched the movie. We watched the movie about us. It was a great film. Yeah.
About us. Or it's called us.
It's called
No,
Us.
it is called
Yeah.
Us.
Cool.
Jordan Peele.
Yep.
Cool guy.
Yep, the guy that produced Get Out.
He directed,
Directed, yeah.
also.
Yep, that too. So, first thoughts. It was awesome.
That was a pretty good movie.
It was
It
a
was a
cool
pretty good
movie as well. Also liked the plot. And cinematography was also really nice.
Well, yeah.
Like-
for sure.
It was pretty, what's it called? What is it called?
What's the word?
What's the word called, bro?
Creepy.
It's not creepy.
Atmospheric.
It says, yeah, exactly. Atmospheric.
Oh, very atmospheric. Not
'Cause,
only,
like,
yeah.
It wasn't that like dark and shit.
It had a sense of comedy in it.
Yeah, that too.
Oh,
With
yeah.
the dad.
Oh, yeah. Just go ahead. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
You want to hear the spoilers?
Wanna hear
All
the
right, let's
spoilers?
hear 'em.
Are you guys going to watch the movie?
Probably not. No.
I haven't seen Get Out, so I feel like
Me
I gotta
neither,
see
yeah.
Get Out.
You haven't
first.
seen Get Out too?
I have not seen Get Out, and
No.
that I kind of already have that one spoiled too. And I don't really think I'm gonna see. I won't see. I don't think I'm gonna see this in the movie theater. I'll probably see this when it comes out.
Yeah.
On DVD.
DVD or
on the internet.
Yeah. So by all means, like,
Just-
well,
yeah, go
guys,
ahead.
like if well, for someone
Just
like,
go through the movie.
yeah. So we haven't seen it, so sort of just go us through like the plot.
The
of
gist
film.
of it, and then you can go ahead and spoil it.
So the first starts out with a little girl and her family going to Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk.
Santa
Nice.
Cruz people.
Waitlisted.
I'm going to the beach where I'm.
Exactly. What's it called? You know, the girl, the little girl is the main character, obviously. I guess both their parents don't really seem to get along with each
Yeah,
other.
there's a lot of conflict.
Yeah.
Mommy
really?
and daddy trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, snaps.
So it's like the dad doesn't really pay attention to
The
the
dad's immature.
yeah.
The
Okay.
mom is kind of.
Winston Duke, right? And Lupita Nyong'o, they play the parents. right?
Yeah.
That's how you pronounce her last name.
That's all right.
Yeah, she's a cool actress.
So we see them, you know, just arguing with each other about like who's gonna take care of the little girl, obviously their daughter.
Wait, so they're getting divorced or what?
No,
They're having an argument at the family night out.
Okay.
A couple argument.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of conflict, but I mean, it doesn't seem like based on that scene and the rest of the scenes that we have about them, they don't really seem to get along as a couple.
Gotcha. Okay.
But we don't really know a lot about their relationship, so we just
This is
assume.
at the beginning of the movie. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So after that they're playing, what's it called? The thing there where you throw the ball to a stack of, what's it called? Bottles with the metal.
Yeah, just the carnival game.
Yeah, the carnival
Okay.
games.
We're gonna see when's
You don't gotta go through the nitty gritty.
Okay, alright,
The
alright,
first
fine,
part,
fine.
just
So
the
just
whole
give us
movie in
a
general.
run through of the film.
Yeah.
Like, what is the general
Okay, then
plot?
he just plays whack-a-mole after that.
Dude.
Okay.
I mean, well, like he just gets the girl a prize.
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole thing was a prize because the dad is just
We see her with the
Immature,
Michael
he's-
Jackson.
he gets her Michael Jackson shirt, whatever.
Okay.
So he's just
HBO.
trying to get her a prize. I mean, he's kind of distracted. He doesn't really pay attention to the girl.
Yeah.
So the girl wanders off because she catches the attention of something.
Yeah.
Yeah, she goes to the beach.
She goes to the beach and it's very dark out and
Stranger danger. Yeah.
stranger danger.
Okay.
She encountered some dude who had a message on a cardboard sign. What was it?
11:11.
Something 11:11.
Yeah, it's
Really?
no, for real.
A Bible verse,
11:11.
What the? Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
Bible verse.
I thought you meant like 11:11, like the stupid thing.
No,
people put on
no,
Snapchat.
no.
All right.
This movie is philosophical and psychoanalytical.
Thank
This is
God, yeah.
Directed by Jordan Peele. It's not having any of that nonsense, all right?
It's supposed to mess with your mind.
So, do you know which specific Bible verse?
I personally.
I think it's like
You know.
Well, I
the
don't-
end of the world or
Yeah, I
the
was gonna
sun.
so something like the Revelations. or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah, I was gonna say, so what's the
Revelation.
importance of that verse in the film?
I mean, I don't really see it. It's just like mostly about the end of the world. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, Jeremiah 11:11.
Jeremiah, okay.
In the King James Bible, the verse reads, "Therefore thus saith the Lord, Behold, I bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape, and though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. For this evil is pointless, suffering the tethered have to endure it for the sake of humanity."
So we'll get into that. Of what that means.
makes okay. Just hearing it like in the beginning makes sense in the context.
So
of
like,
continue.
I mean not they.
Yeah.
Daughter goes
Okay.
inside like a mirror place.
Mm-hmm.
The fun house.
Amazing mirror.
Yeah.
Hall of Mirror.
Yeah, Hall of Mirrors.
Yeah, there you go.
And then she encounters like an owl.
And
And
how?
then she gets like scared. Like
Okay.
not like an actual owl, like a
Just like
animatronic.
Okay.
And then after that she's like in a mirror house, and then
Yeah, she's in the hall of mirrors. She sees a bunch of reflections, and
Okay.
it's very dark in there because the power goes out.
Obviously.
So she's just wandering around. So she starts whistling. From there, somebody whistles back,
Wow.
and
It's not creepy at all.
yeah. So she starts whistling, and somebody whistles back, and so she kind of gets phased out. She starts running through the halls, and then she encounters.
she walks towards the whistling.
She walks towards the whistling, and then she walks backwards. And what she thinks is, because since it's a hall of mirrors, you would think that the thing behind her is a reflection. But
Yeah. Oh.
standing
but it's-
behind her is another reflection of her. It's like, well, it's not a reflection, but it's like a clone of her. So she
That's-
turns
yeah.
around, and the clone grabs her, and yeah, there we go. That's the start of the movie.
That's the start.
That's a good
It's
hug.
pretty
That's pretty
trippy. Yeah.
nice.
Okay.
And then we cut to the family, where she's all grown up, has a husband and kids, 2 kids.
Oh, I
Yeah.
understand now.
So
Okay, so
the girl is
Lupita
yeah.
Nyong'o,
Yeah,
the mom,
exactly.
the mom in the.
Mhm.
And the
Okay, I
Okay,
understand.
that makes
so
sense,
I
yeah.
was not. I was under the understanding that,
That
you
was
were
the
talking
family.
about the
Yeah.
main family, but you're talking about the mother's. Like, it's a
Child-
flashback.
yeah, it's a
basically.
flashback.
Yeah,
There
it's
you
a
go.
flashback.
Okay,
Exactly.
all right. So okay, that
That's
makes
how the
sense.
movie works.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, you'd have to see it to fully understand it, but yeah, that's.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, well, that's a very good hug.
Oh yeah, no, it grabbed your attention very good. That's what I liked about this movie. I mean, the music as well.
Oh, I got 5 on it.
So they actually play it on in
Yes.
the movie and not just in the trailer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I always sometimes just like when they have a very good song in the trailers.
Yeah, they don't play
put
the
it
movie.
in the
Yeah, you're
movie.
very disappointed.
Yeah, so that's good.
So then we cut to the family. They're heading towards their, I guess, beach house.
Retrieve.
Not their beach house. I think it was like their grandma's house, because I guess something happened to their grandma and died.
Okay.
But yeah, they're in.
They go there every year.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yearly retreat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they go into the woods and all that, yada yada. Any sort of horror movie always takes kind of place in the woods.
Right.
So I'm guessing the grandma is Lupita
Nyong'o's mom.
Nyong'o's mom. Yeah.
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 Okay, that makes sense.
So from there, they are having a good time, and they're just there chilling for a bit. Nothing really significant happens.
Yeah, it's just like right there is really chill.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
chilling, settling in at the house. Usual family stuff, the bickering and all that. And the dad mentioned Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. And then the mom has like that
Never
flashback.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never again moment. And she's like, no, we can't go back there, yada yada yada, because she's traumatized.
But he doesn't know that.
Yeah, he doesn't know that. She's never spoke about it.
Okay.
So, after a little bit of talking back and stuff and a little bit of lovey-dovey,
I think we get another flashback.
I don't remember exactly.
But we get another flashback where I guess she goes to like a counselor because of what
Oh, yeah.
happened.
Oh, you want to explain?
Yeah. So then the two mom and dad, they're like talking to the counselor about like what's going on with her, and they're also like what's happening to my daughter and all that stuff. Like
Right.
they're getting worried about her because she's not talking.
Oh, so it's a flashback of Lupita Nyong'o's character, huh?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, and it's her parents that are like getting worried about
Yeah.
it. All right.
And then after that, they tell her that she needs to get distracted by the counselor. It's telling them that she needs to get distracted by something of what she has, like post-traumatic distress. That's what she has.
Post-traumatic stress. Okay.
Yeah.
She has PTSD. Plus.
Yeah.
She's just in shock and she's acting differently ever since the incident had occurred, and that's why they took her to that counselor.
Right.
And the parents start arguing and bickering because the mom starts placing all the fault on the dad.
And the dad goes out to smoke.
And obviously, I mean, from my point of view, that's how we have like an insight on how that relationship was. Maybe there wasn't a lot of communication or not a lot of genuine love in it.
Right.
And I feel like, maybe she was just a product of when they were young or something like that. Who knows?
Makes sense. Like he doesn't care for the
Yeah.
child as much.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so what she gets, like, what they make her do is do ballet. So then she knows how to dance instead.
Okay. So that was her distraction.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So after that, we go back to the present day. What else do they do?
Well, now they're in the present day, and she finally agrees that they go to the beach.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they meet up with family friends, another family. They have two
They're
girls.
white.
Yeah. And from there, they just enjoy time at the beach. The little boy named Jason. I forgot the other girl's name.
Yeah, I
Sister.
forgot her name's the sister.
Well, the sister, Jason's sister, the little boy.
Yeah.
So they're enjoying some time at the beach. The sister, just on her phone. She's just plugging in her earbud. She doesn't really
Like
care.
a regular
about
teenage.
Yeah, just like a regular nowadays teenager doesn't care about hanging out on the beach with her family. And her little brother is actually enjoying the beach pretty good.
Yeah.
Building some sand castles, playing in the sand. But the two girls, the two daughters, twins from the other family, they start messing with them and all that, and they knock down this little sandcastle or whatever.
Yeah, they call him weird and stuff. So after that, the boy Jason, he starts to wander off.
He has to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay.
He goes to a porta potty and
Not shady at all.
yeah, unattended, and that's kind of reminiscent of what happened to the mom because she wandered off as well. So she notices that he isn't there, and she starts freaking out that he's not there and where is he? She thinks that the same thing might have happened to him. When he comes out of the porta potty,
Mhm.
he encounters a man
Yeah.
or somebody. Just
Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about like the guy that dies in like the 11:11 sign.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
So before they arrive at Santa Cruz, they're on the road and like there's a roadblock.
Right.
Well, like there's an ambulance and the cars are just stopped right there, and they're pulling out a dead man, a body, and it's
It's the same dude.
yeah, it's the same guy from when the mom was a child, holding up the Jeremiah.
The 11:11 was like a cardboard, and he still had the
Yeah,
cardboard.
he still had
Wow.
the same cardboard piece, which is crazy.
If that's not foreshadowing, I don't know what is. All right.
But yeah,
So yeah, going back to the beach where the boy encounters the body, it has blood on its hands, and it's just standing there.
he's like standing like this, like with his
Hands
hands
out.
out.
Okay.
Bloody.
Like in Jesus pose, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So then, after that, we also forgot about the TV shows.
Mm.
It also shows a lot because of with the world hands.
Okay, so in the beginning, we forgot to. It's like a beginning scene.
All right. Throwback. Yeah. Let's do
Throwback.
it.
Important detail.
Yeah.
I mean, we couldn't really talk about it before talking about this. So
Yeah.
that man is standing out there on the beach
Okay.
and having his hands out, waiting for somebody to hold his hand. One hand is really bloody because we assume that he killed that other guy. And guess what? He's his clone.
Okay.
Crazy.
That makes
So
sense.
going back to the beginning, there's this commercial that airs on TV. The little girl's watching it, and it's about this human chain that they're talking about.
Raising awareness.
Yeah,
for,
raising
like,
awareness, with peace or something like that.
Yeah.
It's a human chain where people would hold hands all across the country. So from coast to coast, people would be holding hands across America.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just weird after
Yeah.
that. So then after that we see that the mom is freaking out,
And then the boy pops up and she just gets mad, yada yada, because moms care about their children. She's like, don't do that again, and because something could happen.
Right.
So then they see that the mom freaked out, and they go back home.
Mhm.
It's nighttime, nightfall.
Yeah. That's where it gets real intense.
Everyone's
Everywhere it gets
getting-
real.
Everyone's getting tucked in. Everyone's getting ready for bed, and
I think.
the mom and the dad, they start talking
Yeah.
because all the kids are tucked in,
Right.
and like she finally opens up about what happened.
We just see the dad like laying there.
Yeah, the dad was laying down trying to get some.
Of course.
There was some adult jokes there, but obviously they were pretty funny, just
It's a rated R
to
movie.
lighten up the mood. But the mom is still pissed because of what happened. She explains to the dad what happened to her as a child, everything from beginning to end, and what happened, what she had to go through, and what her parents had to go through. And then the family appears. The family standing in their
No,
driveway.
not the whole family. One guy is appearing
Okay.
right there.
All right.
So we see the dad. He like sees because the light. I mean, not the light. What's it called?
Street light?
No, the lights go out. Lights go out.
Oh yeah, the lights
Oh,
go
okay,
out.
the power goes off.
Yeah, the power goes off.
Just
and
like
then-
the hollow mirrors.
Yeah,
All right.
and then like what's it called? The mom is like reacting like something's
They're
happening.
coming
knows,
for her.
yeah.
She says that they're coming for her, or
Yeah.
for their family. And the kids are like, wait, what? And then it's like, is it the fact that there's a family standing in our driveway? So
Wow.
from there we cut to that scene, and like the music, starts getting a little intense. You're like, what the fuck is going on? And from there, you're looking out the window, and you see a family right there. That if that's not menacing at all, it's like, whoa, that's kind of reminding me of SpongeBob. He's like, Patrick's like he's just standing there menacing.
Yeah. He's staying there. Man.
Wow. Okay.
So you get a little bit, whoa. From there, the dad is like, all right, I'm gonna go talk to him. There's nothing to be scared of. Nothing's gonna happen.
Because the dad's
Sure,
like
buddy.
the dad's like the big man.
He's
in
an
the
alpha
house.
male,
Yeah.
What's he gonna do?
Yeah,
He's
who's gonna
gotta
want to mess
protect
with
them.
him?
Yeah.
Yeah, Winston Duke's a pretty buff guy.
And he tells them, like, what are they doing? They're
He's like, I'm gonna mess you
trespassing.
guys up.
Yeah.
Zumbaku.
And then after that, he,
Zumbaku.
A
Yeah.
Sumbaku?
Yeah.
Zumbaku.
Yeah.
All right.
Black
Going
Panther.
Yeah,
From-
nobody's gonna want to mess with them.
From chief badass to like, hey guys.
Urban dad.
Urban dad. That's kind of funny seeing him like that, but
He pulls it off.
yeah, he pulls it off pretty well.
He's a good actor, so he can do both.
From to hey guys.
Howdy, neighbor. So, he talks to them, and they don't leave. They don't show any sign of response. He goes back inside.
Witness the might of the Jabari firsthand. I'm gonna mess you guys up.
So like the mom is calling 911. He's like, what are you doing? Why are you calling 911? He's like, I got this. I got this.
Yeah. Basically.
So they get a baseball. He asks for the bat. And,
Weapon of choice of most suburban dads.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he tells them, I'm warning you. And then after that, like, I think they don't show any. They're not holding hands anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so they were holding hand, like doing the whole.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the clone of the mom claps her hands.
Yeah.
And the kids run into the
bushes and
What
into the
the
bushes
hell?
and start climbing trees and shit, and they're just trying to surround them.
and then the dad
The dad, Kenneth takes a step back,
Yeah.
and he walks back inside.
he's like, call 911.
Yeah. And so, the big dad from the clone of that guy,
Big Dad?
Big Dad.
Big Daddy?
Big Daddy.
Alright.
Big Daddy.
He like
Looks at Big
comes
Daddy.
to the
He
door.
always sounds like has a cameo. I have no idea.
Never mind.
Alright, so he barges into the door, and the dads are fighting,
Yeah.
and he's just trying to hold the door shut. But the clone grabs the bat, swings it, smacks him in the knee, and he's on the floor.
Yeah.
That must have been pretty painful because he was on the floor for him.
Kneecapped, yeah.
Yeah, he basically kneecapped him. So after that,
Back
Clones
even worse.
barge through the door.
and then they surround them, And then I felt like the dad was gonna die
Yeah, I
first.
thought they were just gonna kill him right there and then.
But they don't. They have like a little conversation after that because like they all.
So those things talk.
Only one of them.
Only one of them.
The mom?
The mom, exactly.
And what did she say?
And she tells them, that she's been suffering a lot about like, what's it called? She says something about like the mom.
Mhm.
She talks to the mom,
Yeah.
specifically to the mom about
Obviously.
like, she had like a prince.
She's basically just telling her the story that she had as a kid. Because they're clones.
Yeah.
She's just telling her the same story or the same experiences she had because they literally, in a sense, had the same experiences. They're connected in the same sense that they have like both like the same mind.
Right.
And then she like talks to them about she was born with a prince, and then she says she was with a man with no love and stuff like that. And then after that, she talks about the kids, where she had a beautiful child. And then she says about the other one, a troublemaker that she had. And then the next one was about the other son, where they had to like, they had to cut her open. And then she says she had to cut herself open. I'm like, what the hell?
C-section?
Yeah, exactly. She had to make her own C-section.
She had to do her own C-section. What the hell?
And I was like, what the hell?
So the clone or the mom?
The clone.
The clone.
Because she had it the worst. That's
Right.
what she's trying to say. So then after that, the family, they are separated from each other. So they both like fight each other.
They're basically taunting each other. It's kind of like, you have to kind of fight each other out to the death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a sense. And, from there, it's just mind game because, okay, one small detail that you might want to know is that you can differentiate is just the regular humans are us wearing our normal clothes. The clones are the ones wearing these red robes.
Yeah.
I personally didn't get what they signified, but I mean, it had something to do since the fact they had scissors in one hand with the glove, and I guess that's the way they chose to kill you, with scissors.
All right. Okay. Yeah, this sounds like normal psychopath stuff. So, anyway.
Just they start wreaking
Terrorizing
havoc.
the family.
Yeah, they start terrorizing the family, and the family ends up surviving because they have to do multiple tasks because you have to be facing off against yourself. So you'd be thinking like each other, and they kind of mimic your movement. So
You're your own worst enemy.
Yeah.
There you go.
That sort of concept idea is what differentiates this film from like other horror films.
There you go.
Yeah. It's just its own thing. Like it's like so original, to be honest. But it also like tends to be very, what's it called?
Mind-boggling.
No, not mind-boggling.
Derivative?
No. It's like the same thing as like what you expect from
So
a horror movie.
it's refreshing, but it does have some of the same like beats that a horror movie would take.
Yeah, exactly.
It has some of those.
Like a cliche.
Does it have like usual horror cliches?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, exactly. Horror
cliche.
cliches, exactly.
Like what?
Like,
Well, so far like the setup sounds like how a regular horror movie would set you up.
because
where it's
the lights go off
and the lights
everything.
go off and the threat is presented. But it's sort of like the twist that it's supposed to be the
Yourself.
clones. That's what gives it that twist and makes it a unique story.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright.
So from there, they just, they're like, what the heck is this only happening to us? Because, the police haven't arrived, and they give them an ETA of 14 minutes. It's been well past 14 minutes, guys. So they're like,
So, sorry to interrupt. The whole thing takes place in like one night.
Yes, exactly. Well,
a night and
Okay.
a day.
Yeah.
Night and a day, okay. Because I thought this was like, from the trailers, it looked like it was spanning over like a couple of days,
No,
No.
over a night and a day.
Okay. Sorry.
Well, it's like they get through the night,
Yeah.
but it continues to the day, which
Yeah.
makes sense. Oh, okay.
So,
You know what? No, I think I actually kind of don't want to know anyway. Because now I'm intrigued. Now I'm actually.
It's really good.
Now I kind of want to see. Like you set me up. Now I want to go see how it ends.
man, this is before it gets to the good
Exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, so then I guess then just give your overall thoughts then.
All right.
Like with the third act in mind, you know.
part. No spoilers.
Okay.
I mean, if you want, I guess you
No,
can.
you're
He has
gonna
to watch
have
the
to watch
movie
it.
to
Alright,
fully
I
experience
I
the
kind of wanted to see that.
I will
then,
do that then. I will watch it. Sure. Okay.
I know.
Let's go. Yeah.
So yeah, overall thoughts. It was really great, dude. Like, it's so good. Like, if you seen Get Out, you're gonna think this one is better than Get Out, dude.
Okay, so you like it better than Get Out.
Yeah.
Well, is it does it have some similarities or differences? Like,
I mean,
if you were to compare it to Get Out.
I wouldn't know like the similarities, cause like,
So there's it's definitely very different.
yeah, but like the cinematography is like the same.
Well, yeah, because it's the same director.
Yeah.
I have heard tell that Jordan Peele was supposedly talking about like putting little like nods or homages to like Get Out in this movie.
in a sense, yes.
Yeah, in
It
a
kinda
sense.
felt like that.
But like, was there any like indirect or direct references that he put like to anything that happened in Get Out?
Yeah. So that's something I was wondering. Like,
Because he
is there-
has said something about
like maybe not
Yeah.
like not.
I didn't
obviously-
really notice it,
Okay.
but like, cause like I only watched it once,
Uh-huh.
so like I wouldn't like really know.
Recognize.
Yeah.
I don't remember every detail about the movie, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there was.
Because I was very interested. Like I know this isn't a Get Out sequel, but
Yeah.
I was interested to find out
It could be
there
the same
if there was,
universe.
exactly
Mhm.
if they were in the same universe. If he was gonna add like a detail.
That seems to be the thing nowadays with movies. Is like everybody's trying to be Marvel. Well, not necessarily that, but they're like trying to expand their.
But I mean,
Their
if
movies,
it's
yeah.
but I mean, if they can make it work, then go ahead.
To make it original,
I think
then yes,
so.
why
Like
not?
this seems like could be an interesting sort of the Jordan
Like,
Peele
it's-
universe.
It's
you know?
kind of like how Stephen King did his novels back in the day.
Yes.
Where like Pennywise would be in multiple novels, like where they either directly like freaking
Refer
say
to
that's
foreshadow,
Pennywise,
yeah.
or like put a reference to him being Pennywise, or just like say they saw a clown or something like that, you know?
Or also
That could
like the
be-
turtle.
Or the
Yeah.
turtle,
The
yeah.
black- what is it,
The
the
like
Black Tower?
god.
Yeah.
Black
Yeah.
Tower, what was it? The
What?
tower?
Oh,
The
Black
Tower.
Tower.
The Dark Tower.
Dark Tower. There we go. The Dark Tower. Dark
Well,
Tower.
actually, there's a new TV series called Castle Rock, which is basically like a whole Stephen King shared universe TV series. It's pretty cool. So
But yeah, like especially in a horror movie, like where probably the same evil that like, or I don't know the basis of Get Out,
or us.
but like maybe yeah, or well us kind of, I get it, just of like what you guys talked about right now. But I'm saying like maybe the same evil that like made the family in Get Out like want to kidnap people is like the same evil that's freaking manifesting these like clones or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you could explain it somehow like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like that. It seems the same, but like it's different because it's like white people.
I mean, overall, the movie
Like-
itself is. Oh, you want to go?
Go.
The movie itself is just a mind adventure. Sure, for me personally, it was more comedic than horror,
Right.
only because I have a dark sense of humor.
Yeah, of course.
But I mean, on the other hand, for a person who might not have the same touch of humor as me, might view this movie, this is a psychologically mind-boggling, tons of loops. You'd have to, there's a plot twists and all that. And overall, I mean, the movie is just greatly executed with all the elements that are implemented into it.
Okay.
Either horror, comedy, or,
There was comedy though
or
because
you
of
being
the
stuck in a
dad.
maze or something like that. It's because in a way you were stuck in a maze. And you have to make the right choices to go the right way.
Right.
So, I mean, damn, this movie was just good.
If I can interject, so is the whole thing of the movie, or like at least what I got from the trailers, is like it's supposed to be that the clones are trying to take over the family's lives, right? Like once they clone them, they got.
I can't spoil that for you.
Oh,
Alright.
okay, so that's a part of the plot. Okay, yeah, I got you. Interesting.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I kind of don't want to watch the movie just because, like, I just want to wait for it to come out on the internet and like not go and see it on the theater. But I really want to know why.
what about? Have you seen Get Out?
I've not seen Get Out.
You know what?
But that one's on the
Why
internet.
don't we
So.
wait for us to come out on home release? watch Get Out.
How about this? Watch Get Out right now, and then we'll just go to the theater. Since we're like, we're a stone's throw away, yeah, from the theater. It's probably still playing.
Alright. But yeah.
That's pretty much it for this week.
All right.
No news coming up.
Any news? No?
Well,
What about Shazam?
I will talk about Shazam a little bit right now. But news-wise, there isn't much anything new. I guess. Oh, we already discussed
Sonic.
I mean, if you want to talk
Gives
about
like
Sonic,
day, yeah.
Sonic. But we already discussed the Fox and Marvel merger. It's for sure a done deal now. So, but we already talked about that. So there isn't really anything like new developing. But yeah, as for Shazam, I had the great opportunity of catching a very early screening of it, thanks to a promo that I guess Fandango's doing with Shazam. And it was, I'm happy to say it was one of the best DC movies that
If
I've
not
seen.
the best.
Yeah, well, because I'll get into that a little bit. I'll kind of like discuss. It's meant to be part of the same DC universe as like Batman vs Superman and Justice League. So I'll get into that in a little bit without spoiling too much. But this will be non-spoiler. I don't really want to spoil anything, obviously.
Obviously.
But yeah, this film was great, and it had pretty much all the things you would want in like a very good superhero movie. You got your action, you got a good amount of comedy, and it's comedy that works because it's the situation where Shazam is really a kid, Billy Batson, who turns into this adult buff
superhero.
Yeah, he turns into Zachary Levi. You know what I mean? And
what more could you ask for?
exactly. And so humor, action, some horror elements in there.
Horror.
Yeah, and again, I'm not gonna talk about too much about it, but that really has to do with like the villains in the film. So I don't want to spoil that, but there's a variety of like genres in this film, and I think that all stems from the fact that David F. Sandberg, he has like a horror background because he did Annabelle Creation and Lights Out.
All right.
So those pretty good horror movies. So obviously this film is not horror film, but like I said, there are certain aspects about that.
Yeah, that's good. It has like a light touch of chili.
Yeah. But at the core of this film, the I guess the thematic through line is this is a film about family. You know what I mean? And it really is able to sort of demonstrate and illustrate that theme through not only Billy Batson's journey, but also the main villain, Dr. Savannah, played by Mark Strong, which is another great casting. He was previously cast as Sinestro in Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern. Obviously this movie is for sure miles better than Green Lantern. But I guess the one positive I could say about the movie is that Mark Strong was very great as Sinestro.
He's
Green Lantern. You know what I mean? And I think it also helps that he's in the Kingsman films as well. So he definitely has a lot of experience in like these comic book / graphic novel adaptations of film. And so I thought he was great as the main villain, Dr. Savannah. He's very, in a way, they set him up to be kind of a, not entirely sympathetic, but I really like that they spend a good amount of time giving you background information on the villain. That way you knew who he was, and it wasn't just like some random guy that wanted to, have power.
He just didn't pop out of the suit.
Exactly. And, so you understand where he's coming from, and so you're able to sort of, okay, this is why he's doing, this is his motivations, we get it. But obviously, you're going to be rooting for Shazam, and that has a lot to do with Zachary Levi's charisma as Shazam. He's able to pull off he's perfect for the role. I think this will end up being one of the best. When people talk about perfect superhero castings, I think they'll say Zachary Levi Shazam.
I mean, hopefully this saves the DC.
And this was for sure. I guess if you want to talk about the other DC films, I think this and Man of Steel are the best. films in the DCEU.
Too bad Henry Cavill's no longer going to be Superman.
And that is
Or
very
Ben Affleck
unfortunate.
Batman.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate because they are both referenced. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna anytime soon we'll see Shazam with the rest of the Justice League. But without again spoiling anything, you do see Shazam in like a team dynamic. And, you know, so that
in the team dynamic.
yeah, you know, and that's why I won't say too much about that. But you know, I'm glad that did happen because not only did we see him solo, but we also saw him, like I said, with like if he was working with a group. So
The Teen Titans.
yeah. But actually, it's kind of interesting because
Isn't there like multiple Shazams? Or like they're like kids that,
exactly. But I'm
not spoiling anything,
not
but
gonna say anything. But
hint.
no, but it's very cool because Billy Batson, so he's an orphan, right? And he goes and he's always like in a bunch of foster homes, and he's just trying to find his mom. And that storyline was actually I was not expecting it to be as impactful. It's very kind of like dark backstory that Billy Batson has. It's just his main goal is to find his mom who he lost.
Isn't there going to be like another sequel for it?
I don't know, but I really hope there's a sequel.
Because I remember, what's his name? The Rock?
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah.
Yes.
Black Adam.
Yeah, so he's Black Adam, and actually, in the credits, he's credited as like a producer of this film.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Because they're supposedly working on like a Black Adam film, but I'm hoping that what they do now is just have him in Shazam, in the second Shazam.
That'd be pretty good.
And I for sure think they're gonna fast track a Shazam sequel because even though the movie hasn't like come out officially until next week,
97% fresh.
it has great. Pretty much the majority of the reviewers are saying that it's a great film, and I agree. It's fantastic, and then I think it's gonna make. It'll for sure be number one at the box office the weekend it comes out. You know what I mean? So I think this is a great course direction for the DCEU. Hopefully they start producing better films.
Hopefully they stop slacking.
Yeah,
there we go.
they're being more focused on solo films, on standalone films.
Birds of
They've
Prey.
been trying to expand their so-called DCEU.
Yeah, but it's funny that you bring up Birds of Prey because that's what I'm saying. Like the solo films in the DCEU have been the strongest. It's the ensemble films, the team films that are terrible.
Because they haven't set up a base.
Exactly.
Because if you're gonna put together a house with no foundation, that thing's gonna just fall apart.
Going back to Get Out and the Jeremiah 11:11, another Bible verse is like the man who sets his house on a foundation of sand, it's gonna be weak, right?
Right.
As opposed to the man who sets his foundation on stone, which is what the friggin' MCU did,
Right.
which is what they were trying to catch up with, but they rushed
Yeah,
it too
they
much.
rushed that real bad. And
Like-
I mean, the product that they gave us was garbage.
Very much so. Well, I wouldn't say garbage because I kind of enjoyed the movie, but I understand them trying to compete with like a big, already established freaking series of movies.
Cinematic universe.
Yeah, cinematic universe. They just need to be patient. But like, here's the thing: if you got like all the rights to your characters, which is something that Marvel doesn't have.
Well,
you
now
had
it
a
does.
huge.
Well,
You had,
now-
But when it
yeah.
started, it didn't.
When it started, it
you
didn't,
had
but
a
they worked.
huge advantage.
They worked with what they had. Whereas DC is like they got the rights to all these characters, but they don't even know how to use them.
Exactly. And so that's why I am very happy that they got Shazam right. Shazam is Shazam. When you go see the movie, there's no doubt that that's Shazam. You know what I mean? And that's what I love about this film. I'm
Like the
hoping-
Justice League? The Justice League?
What about the Justice League? Oh, like the film Justice League.
No, not the film. The animated series.
The animated.
Oh.
Yeah, you see, like even though Shazam was not a main member of the Justice League
But he
animated
still-
series, he did make an appearance in an episode, and
With Superman.
yeah, and
And
so
it was kind of like.
yeah, so and it's very. I hope and they had the perfect template right there in the animated series.
And he also treated him as a kid, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's not responsible. Man.
And they definitely adapt that aspect of him. Like they go through all that in the film. You know, they address, hey, Shazam. Sure, when he's Shazam, you know, he's freaking this tall Zachary Levi guy. He's not buff, but you know, in the reality, he's
like
just a
15
kid.
years old, yeah.
It's on the inside.
And that's why Zachary Levi was perfect casting for this film, because he is able to execute that perfectly. You know, it doesn't matter that he's this big buff
Man
dude.
child.
He really
He's
is able to exhibit that childhood like wonder of like, what if you
imagination.
what if you got superpowers? You
As
know
a
what
kid,
I mean?
which is like any kid's fantasy.
Oh yeah, any kid would be just dreaming about it, daydreaming about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes you be playing out scenarios in your head, you know.
yeah. So I guess again, I can't really say too much without spoiling. So. You know, I guess recap and say
Congrats, though, man.
It was a
Congrats
fantastic
for
film.
just getting a ticket for that, man.
I mean, it was crazy, man.
Was it like very limited?
Well, I had no idea that this was that they were even giving early screenings. Because every morning now, I wake up and I look up to see if Avengers Endgame tickets are available, which they're not yet. But God bless that, because I was able. If they're like advertising, you know how like whenever you go to like Fandango to look at the movie types, they always have like banners advertising like the newest movie.
Yeah.
So I saw the Shazam banner and I assumed, oh, they're just advertising it that's gonna come out April 4th. Like I already know, you know. But then I actually freaking paid attention to it, and it said Fandango Early Access, see the movie early, and I was like, wait, what? And I clicked on that immediately. And I got lucky enough that I was able to get.
How much did you pay for the tickets?
I have no idea.
Oh, Alex paid for them?
Hey, Alex, yeah. Yep. And I got really lucky. So I can't wait for you guys to see it, because then we can have a full,
very excited.
then we can have a full-on discussion, and we can obviously discuss spoilers.
This is a spring break watch list right here. It's
Yes,
Get
sir.
Out, Us,
And
and
Shazam.
Shazam.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. So yeah, man. I hope everyone is able to go see it when it comes out. Fantastic film, it definitely deserves all the support it can.
I guess that's a wrap for this one.
Yes, sir.
This is all of us.
This has been the Discussing and Critiquing Film Media podcast. Of course, with today I'd say your hosts,
Alberto, me, of course, and Brian.
The Notorious.
and Juan.
And join us next time, because we will be reviewing
That's a good question.
Avengers
Endgame.
Yes, sir.
They
See you
should
then.
have played the Avengers theme right there.
Ah.